Rise of the Ronin is an action RPG released in March of 2024. The game was developed by Team Ninja and published by PlayStation Studios. In it, you play as a nameless Ronin that is searching for his blade twin. On the way, you meet and fight different historical figures from the Edo period of Japan. This ranges from Ryomo Sakamoto to Matthew Perry. In the game, you must choose to support one of the two factions, the anti-shogunate or the pro-shogunate. However, that is only the main story. The side content is also numerous, but it also suffers from a point that comes later on, which is the quality of the side content. It ranges from a deep side story with one of your companions or a complete stranger you only just met, to the Ubisoft formula of basic side activities such as clearing out camps and petting cats. Also, the game forces you to make choices that will have a strong impact on the story and the world, which in turn makes you think about which side you want to choose. The ability to make choices in these type of games will always be the reason why I love any form of RPGs, for it creates a nice sense of immersion that makes you feel like you are a part of the story in the world. However, choices don't just stop there. It also comes into play with your playstyle. The game has numerous types of weapons and armors to choose from. This ranges from the casual katana to an American bayonet rifle. These weapons also have two unique features. These are the combat styles and stances. The combat styles are used as little abilities you get to use during combat, which each weapon has at least 3 of, unless you're the katana, which has more to choose from. All these styles create a nice sense of badassery in combat, while not interrupting the initial flow of gameplay. Then there are the stances that are linked to the combat styles that you choose. There is a total of 3 in which they have advantages towards certain enemy types. It's kind of like playing rock, paper, scissors, but with guns and rifles. But that is not to mention how tough the bosses can be at times. However, that is where the counter spark comes into play. Like Sekiro or Stranger's Paradise, countering the enemy's attacks grants you a window of opportunity to attack them. This forces you to either be aggressive or patient in combat. Overall, the combat is what carries the game the most, like any should, and truly feels like an evolution of Team Ninja's combat system. However, there are bad parts of the game that can't go unnoticed. First, the graphics and the animation are one of the biggest flaws of the game. The graphics look like they belong on an early PS4 game or a late PS3 one, with a simple to bad animation to boot, one of which being the infamous horse animation that played the game at launch. Despite me getting used to it, it still feels wrong to look at, but at least it does give me a nice chuckle. Lastly, there is the voice acting, which ranges in between bad,
Join us later.
decent,
Are naturally quite different.
to great.
Overthrow the Shogun. Fine. Then what?
Despite this, I think Rise of the Ronin is still a major step up for Team Ninja. The game has a nice story and setting that I love getting lost in and exploring. All they need to do for their next game, or in the future, is to improve both the graphics and animation, and hopefully they get better voice actors. Despite that, I still love this game. I still think it's worth a play. Eight out of 10. Better than Assassin's Creed Valhalla, that's for damn sure.